And he's back. He's back, and he's in a green thing. A green thing that apparently wasn't really fast in real life. But it is here. It is glorious. It has the famous number that he uses. Why am I talking to myself like this? I have no absolute idea. But hello, welcome. It's been a long old time since I've been around. So, welcome to F122 Career Mode. Finally, it's only, about 6 or so days from Christmas? Oh dear. Oh dear. Yeah, and I've just had to turn my volume down my headphones because I forgot how this thing works. But yeah, okay, but you can see I was admiring my upgrades and then the facilities and just seeing what needed to be done. Went through to the following week, got a few more resource points, so I was thinking, you know what, let's spend some on the era and let's see if we can get a third upgrade to Bahrain. Bear in mind, the probabilities at this stage of the career mode, whether it's my team or driver, and never tend to be great. You have to wait until everything's developed regarding facilities.
We had a major issue on the production line earlier this
Briefing
week,
put in there.
so the entire development package for this weekend has failed. Any redevelopments will need to be ordered from the R&D screen.
But nonetheless, we were not going to let that deter us. We pushed a perk, and eventually Bahrain greeted us with 2 upgrades. Isn't that nice?
Hello folks, and welcome to Paddock Pass, your pre-race edition for the inaugural round of the 2022 Formula One World Championship. And I've got to say, it feels great to be back. As is tradition, there is something of an air of a first day back at school on arrival here. But it's more than that, because the new era of Formula One has arrived. And with it, the eagerly anticipated new car regulations, which have been designed to help promote better racing. With clean sculpted lines, swooping rear and front wings, which should allow cars to follow each other more closely, new eye-catching 18-inch low-profile tyres, the return of ground effect, and a reduction of aerodynamic physical adornments, the new cars look strikingly different, all while improving safety and pushing the limit of technical ingenuity. So then, which teams have interpreted the rules most effectively, and which drivers will adapt to their new car the quickest, leading the charge against the rest of the pack? Only time will tell. As always, we can't wait for this season to begin, but for now, from us, that's your...
Eventually, practice did happen and it was over. And you know what? It wasn't actually bad. With a slight little bit of doing things in the background and lazily, managed to get everything done. All 15 objectives, as it is these days. And look at all these upgrades. Getting lower in price. That's what we like to see, even though we are being bankrolled by Daddy Stroll. But that's another story for another day. But yeah, anyway, getting a lot of discounts. So this may come in handy later. We will have to see. Well, depends how quick we can get the Aston going. Canadian now, isn't it? It's Aston Martin. It's always a weird thing. Yeah, nothing's actually British anymore in the British car industry, I think. Or at least it feels like it. But at least reputation was going off the ground, which is the main thing. Probably, I have no idea. No, it isn't. But eventually, we did get going towards qualifying. But before doing that, there were some upgrades to be done. I should really put my phone on mute, shouldn't I? Anyway, Uber Eats. Other apps are available, no sponsorship here. Just having a look around, see what other upgrades I could do. Because end of the day, we want the car to be as light, as aerodynamic, and as powerful, and as least fuel sippy as possible. And then qualifying game, I'll let you enjoy the lap actually. Nice to know the more things change, the more things stay the same. I can't qualify. I can't do it, kids. I can't do it. Can't qualify. Never mind. I got my ass handed to me by Lance Stroll. Lance Stroll. Just leave that out there, everybody. How that makes me very unimpressive, but it's still improved my reputation apparently from the next up floor, so maybe there's something there, but who knows. Right, there's a Grand Prix to be done, so let's get to it.
Months of rumour and speculation all come to an end today as we return to racing for the opening event of what promises to be an enthralling season. Welcome along then to round 1 of this year's Formula One World Championship. We go racing today around the 3.36 miles of the magnificent Bahrain International Circuit, with 15 corners and 2 good passing opportunities into turns 1 and 4. Keep an eye out for drivers locking the front left tyre into the tricky braking zone of turn 10. Before we begin, let's take a quick look at the grid lineup for today's race. It's Carlos Sainz in pole position, and Max Verstappen lines up alongside. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Leclerc, Hamilton, Sergio Perez, and Russell, Fernando Alonso, Ocon, Ricciardo, and Lando Norris, Joe, Mick Schumacher, Valtteri Bottas, and Gasly, Magnussen, Albon, Yuki Tsunoda, and Lance Stroll, Latifi, and the scientist. Now it's almost time for lights out, so let's go down to the track. So here we are in 2022 at the start of another Formula One World Championship. It all begins here, the start of the next generation of Formula One. With the end of the second turbocharged era, a new dawn begins. New regulations have been brought in to promote better racing, with the 2 big standout changes being the wheel size increase and the aerodynamics on the car itself. But will this result in us having a repeat fight for the Driver Championship? Will Mercedes retain their Constructors' title? We have lots to discuss then with Anthony Davidson, who's joined me in the commentary box for today's event.
Yeah, it's good to be back. Let's hope for some good racing today as well. We can't know at this point how competitive the teams are relative to each other, but hopefully nobody's able to run and hide. We want to see these drivers pushing to the limit all the way to the checkered flag.
We can do a lot better than this. Come on.
Fair point, Mark. Anyway, you know me. Race tyres first, quali tyres second. It's only 25% that we're doing. So, the one thing I will actually talk about is actually going to do formation laps now in the career mode. And can I just say, I enjoy them now because it actually means something, particularly now you can position yourself on the grid. Just it won't let you do intelligent things. Think of Vettel, China 2017, when he started off half out of it. Once you get the intense to me, but anyway, lights we're on. 2, 3, 4, 5. And the Bahrain Grand Prix was go, 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 go. You know what? Did you hear that? That traction was actually pretty good, wasn't it? Deploying the airs right into turn 1. The AI, I still the AI, so yeah, I would have got a little bit hairy there with Schumacher. Somehow I'm up to what? P14 if I can read properly, but then I got such a good launch coming out of 3. Once you get alongside Bottas and aiming trying to take P13 actually into turn 4. Little bit cautious, could only hit Joe Guan Yu. And Pizza have actually made it on Bottas. Oh ho ho ho! So, still got it on lap 1. Still appears that no matter what happens, no matter how many league racing I've done, no matter how many career modes I've done, I can't qualify, but I can bloody race. I'm gonna have to start my 1 lap pace one day, maybe. Maybe not, because I've quit league racing, but anyway, less about me. Coming out of turn 10, get closing in on the cars ahead. I can see the minimap though, can you, if you can just see it? Verstappen appears to have just buggered off. That's the phrase I'm looking for. I had to make sure it was politically correct and PG. But yeah, Peter's having a good first lap here, despite being on the option tyre, keeping up with the guys on qualies. But there is a huge gap forming between first and second. Is there a problem with one of the Mercs by the unrealistic Mercedes being or anything other than top 4. Top 4. I've completely messed up on it. If they are anything that isn't top 4, that's realistic. Otherwise, unrealistic. But yeah, a very good first lap. Not so good commentary. You can tell now there's a oh dear me. Oh, and nearly have to avoid Zhou Guanyu there because of the team that came from Schumacher and the Meme Lord. It's weird not being the Meme Lord's teammate in a career mode, I must say. But anyway, the focus goes ahead on Zhou Guanyu, who actually lived not far away from me. I'm from Leeds, Sheffield for Zhou Guanyu, when he was coming over here and getting on the ladder. And to be fair, he did it. So probably there's a lot of Yorkshireisms. We'll understand this one. Get out the bloody way! Apparently not, because to be fair, the guys in front did have good pace early on. And I don't know what was going on, whichever Merc. I think it was Hamilton in front. I don't know what was going on with him, but it's quite peculiar how there was a huge gap between first and second, and we were able to hang on to the second group. Now, the reason why we've cut here is, normally what was happening, and I was thinking, I'm going to follow out DRS, but suddenly, and get brought back straight into the group. To be fair, I was expecting to maybe drift out, because, you know, option tyres, they're all on qualies, etc, etc, and to be honest, we're not in a car that's quicker than theirs, quite the opposite. But anyway, the narrowing lap, Schumacher and Norris battling so hard, blocked Joe, and allowed us have a dive of it to turn 8 and somehow pull a masterful move off from absolutely nowhere to squeak into P12. And then Joe messes up as he tries to re-overtake us into turn 10, and that allows us to buy him off. Excellent work. And then end of lap 6, I cut to here. Wasn't necessarily a lot going on, but you know, field is starting to pit. You'll see a cluster on the minimap that are in, and you'll suddenly see all the order change. And Schumacher had also drifted out of DRS of Norris, you may have also noticed too, but didn't quite get the run I wanted on baby Schumi the even younger. Is that even a thing? Anyway, out turn 2 now into turn 3, out of it. Deploying everything we can, apart from the battery, because I'm just wary of the usage of that. I can get close to Schumi, but not close enough to have a lunge. But it's keeping us in play at DRS. I think that's what's been going on. Been keeping us in play, but hasn't exactly allowed us to make moves. So it's probably been a help in the sense of I've not lost the group. But anyway, as the random stops continued, got closer to baby Schumi, but he pitted. But you notice everyone else has been pitting. Yeah, we get a man to box by Matt Bristol, and win! There's another way of putting it. Winning! But let's not pretend it was going to last long, because it never will. Into the pits we must go, you know, the rest of the famous F1 YouTubing meme. And you know we're going from the option tyre to the qualifying tyre. Can we? Yes, we can. We can nail the pit stop as much as we can influence it. And away we get going.
Fantastic stop, faster than we were expecting.
Thank you. Quickly cut to the exit.
Up to speed now, let's get some heat into those tyres.
There's more about that because Schumacher's going down the pit lane, and so is Hamilton! How is Hamilton fighting us? Oh, we have contact with our fellow Brit, but we've just managed to do an overcut on him. He must have been the Merc that was holding up the gaggle. But then, this then happened behind me. And that was short passing through, by the way, and guess what? It caused a safety car and a green-white checkered. So a golden opportunity to get some points from P11. We don't care, Mac. As we go back to green for the green-white checkered here for the Paris Grand Prix. Yes, we know it's green. We know it's green. We know it's green. Can we do anything to turn 1? Oh, we have to react so quick as Schumacher can be on the brakes. And oh! Right for Pierre against Alonso was not what I was thinking. The Alpine has a wobble and we managed to power straight out turn 2 in free turn 3. Deploying the overtake round the outside. Can we do anything to turn 4? Oh, he's pinched because of Leclerc being buffed by Ricciardo and Ocon. And we're up to P8. From absolutely nowhere, we're thinking about trying to scrape 1 point. We may get 4. We may get even more. Because if you notice something about Leclerc, he's on the prime tyre ahead of us, which is the tyre you do not want unless you're in a long stick around here. And with this being a 25%, you want to avoid that tyre. Can we do anything into turn 10? Oh my goodness gracious, we come from absolutely nowhere. Leclerc.
Great pass.
Absolute mugging up to P7. What a restart. This is why green white checkers are the best. Just NASCAR, we don't need too many of them. Take heed of it, you only need one within the allotted amount of laps. But yeah, all of a sudden, P7. Kind of unexpected, really. You can see that the leaders on their minimap, yeah, they've disappeared. So any hopes of anything other than P5 are gone. Can we do anything? Well, I suppose we'll find out as we head through turn 14 and now 15. Getting a little squirrely through the middle and the exit of the corner. Deploying all the overtake we can. There comes the final lap.
Okay, this is your final lap of the race.
We even get confirmation from the Mac Priestley that is happening. Right, into turn 1, breaking at the 100. Hitting the apex perfectly. Could have probably broken slightly deeper. Never mind. Nice through 2 and 3. We're having Ricardo. Remember, DRS will not be a factor as there's not enough laps left with the green-white checkered. Nicely through turn 4. Leclerc is falling apart though. We're actually pulling away from his own to fend off the main lord. I never thought I'd see on race 1 with barely any upgrades the actual real life race winning car be mugged by a car that was fighting for the wooden spoon in real life. Just think about it. You had Aston McLaren fight for the wooden spoon with Williams, and Ferrari just about won the Grand Prix. Well, they were helped with Red Bull's unreliability, but you get the point. But yeah, kind of in the middle of nowhere really, because to be fair,
Okay, we've only got 1 lap of fuel remaining.
the Alpine and McLaren are quicker, and to be fair, we did lose the best of the tyre because of the safety car and the fact we did actually use them for about a lap before the safety car came in, which I just realised something I forgot to put in, but anyway. Latifi had retired, and then Hamilton did what he did, hence why we had the safety car come out for the green-white checkered. Now, into turn 14 and 15 for the final time. A surprising P20 to P7 drive. Not so bad. Verstappen wins. Unrealistic. Red Bull were meant to have been stone dead last.
Okay, pick up rubber and bring it home.
But yeah, I'll take P7. That's a good one, that. That's a good one. Nice one. Even driver at day. Yes!
So, another fantastic victory for Red Bull today. Tell me, Ant, how did they manage to achieve this win?
Well, I honestly feel it was down to the driver and car today. I mean, we can talk driver skill all day, but if you don't have a solid team to back that, you're never going to get anywhere. When you hit that sweet spot of having both an excellent driver and an incredible car, that's when you see results like those we witnessed today.
The drivers are en route to the podium as we speak. What a fantastic win for the Red Bull team. They performed exceptionally today, keeping us firmly on the edge of our seats throughout the entirety of the race. Congratulations to everybody at the team. Let's see how the driver standings have changed. Well, after an incredible day of racing, who was your driver of the day, Ant?
I have to give it to the scientist. There was a lot going on all down the field, but they were the only one who I really felt maximised their potential.
It's time to see how things are shaping up in the Constructors' Championship. And Red Bull take over as championship leaders. I'm equal parts exhausted and elated with this weekend of Formula One, so be sure to join us for the next one.
We sure will, Crofty. That was just me saving a full replay because why not? Well then. Also, you know the drive standards are going to be the same as constructors. If Verstappen was the one with their failed, frankly, he dominated the race. Are you really surprised? Sure did get up to P11, so not bad. In the constructors, we do manage to squeeze into P6, but let's be honest, are we realistically going to win the title? No. But you never know. It never looks like that in F1 2019 career mode Season 1. And we still pulled that off from the drivers and the constructors. Then we waltzed it in Season 2. It's a long time since that slam dunk in what ended up being the COVID season, but wasn't because career modes. But hey. Anyway, just have a look at the start of the green light checkered. Whew, how I managed to pull that off, I don't know. I think I did get quite fortunate with the AI being the AI when we're all in close proximity. But you got to take every opportunity you get, and there we go. Goodness, it's good to see that Yorkshire Blue helmet in the green Aston. The sense of the mixture of Britain, but wow. I've got to say, that was quite something. I couldn't quite believe what was going on. I mean, that's why I ended up having a nosy again at the replay. But yeah, so that was that. That was the Bahrain Grand Prix. The claim obviously went up quite a lot, from going from P20 to P7, which to be fair is a good going. I mean, it's not quite Raikkonen's P22 to P3 that I did in 2006, but you know, I'll take that. I'll take that indeed you do. And you know what? There isn't really much else for me to be saying, really, because I actually, instead of usually this way in the Creamhead episode, I'll go right up to the next race with development or whatever, but I'm actually going to leave it there. It's been a good odd while since I doing this, so thanks for watching. Let me know how I did. I mean, probably a bit rusty my first time back, but yeah, it's been great fun to do this. In fact, it's been a long old time since I've done my first postcom, so... right, I shall see you all soon. Bye-bye.